So you add in another.
NANI?
No, yes, it is. It's a vengeful spirit. Also curious.
It is a Charlie IO.
Charlie IO.
So 3 Venge as well.
No, Boxy is playing. It's mid Venge. Boyfriend's playing Venge.
Oh, it's the counter of the Monkey King. Swap him out of the Wukong. Yeah, swap him in, just kill him. What's a Monkey King to do?
Take this first game. It is over to Capitalist and BSJ for game 1.
It's quite an interesting draft, I would say, all around. BSJ, how are you feeling about this? We've got a core Vengeful Spirit. We're going to be seeing a core IO out of Charlie as well. And we're also going to be seeing a 5-man stack. Both teams are running 5 of their players to one side of the map. And we might just have a really big 5-on-5 fight to start the game.
They've got the Beastmaster Hawk scouting out, so they know full well on the side of Liquid who's up here.
Yeah, they're going to try and go for the shards. They do manage to catch Chessie in it. Follow up with a magic missile. They're trying to bring down Chessie as quick as possible. Beautiful impale's going to stall things out. But the imprisonment only lasts for so long. Chessie's still trying to get away, but Mickey is hot on his tail with the quills. He's going to need 2 or 3 more of them. Maybe with Taiga leading up that damage. See if this last quill is close enough. It's barely outside of the range, but the ice shard is going to be there. Chessie's nowhere really to run to. He popped a salve to try and stay alive, but in the end, Koifa is the one to claim that first blood, while Mickey is sacrificed in turn. As a result, though, it looks like we're going to try really hard not to call them chicken fighters. High Coast will manage to get 2 bounty runes all the same.
Yeah, I didn't even have time to talk about the game or the draft.
I just love last hitting with W. I don't know why. It's just the best feeling in the world. Oh, I don't know about that. Why are you skilling stun? Have you seen me skill this ever?
Because I used it to fucking get CS. No, that's what I was saying. Is like I literally can't out CS him. I didn't know what to do, so I just skilled my fucking stun to get.
Dude, like I out CS the Morphling. Like
I saw that.
That's why you have
I
aura.
watched you do it. That's why I need to know like what I'm doing wrong.
I mean, you're skilling stun. I'm telling you what the fuck you're doing wrong. You're skilling stun. You don't have the damage. You're skilling aura. You're skilling aura to get the damage.
I see. Okay.
Don't do this ever.
Just start off with a 5v5 real quick. Just see how everyone's doing. See if everyone's awake today. I guess it's maybe time for them, but I just think the tempo from Liquid's draft will be too fast this game. Their wave clear is way better than the side of Chicken Fighters. When they picked the Beastmaster, the heroes they saw so far were OD, who really has limited wave clear other than the Meteor Hammer, Nyx with literally 0, and IO starts to build up wave clear later, but doesn't have it for a while. And then they picked Undying. So I'm definitely very concerned for the Radiant draft in regards to Bristle running down lanes, Beastmaster running down lanes, Vengeful Spirit helping people do more damage as they run down lanes. He does go for the straight Ags, by the way. Koifa just goes treads Ags. Maybe some Wraith fans.
Okay. The that's kind of interesting because you are so reliant. I'm not sure if you've seen this one before, BSJ, but Venge Broken does not drop that illusion. And they do have a break mechanic on the Nyx.
It's based on her passive, right?
Yeah, it's based off of your passive. So if you get Nyx broken and killed off, you won't drop an illusion.
That's interesting. They would have to burst him pretty quick. What's the break from Vendetta? I think it's like 3 seconds?
Yeah, it's not super long.
I guess that's kind of reasonable. They have decent burst damage with the OD and the Monkey King.
Of course, the other thing that is a little bit unique about this game is we aren't going to be running a core IO. Not totally unheard of, obviously, but it is unheard of for Charlie to be playing it in a professional match. This will be his first pro game of IO. He has played it a lot in his pubs, apparently, as his account that he's currently on, that he hasn't used for pubs since 2018. He has played 80 games of IO just on that account. So you add in another...
NANI?
2.5 years of activity, and I'm pretty sure he's gotten some IO games. So
yeah, IO is definitely one of those heroes you got to specialize in. Pretty much all the stuff you use to like learn to how to play IO applies to virtually no other heroes in the game. So it's not necessarily like mechanically difficult. It's more just like hitting the power spikes, utilizing your ultimate during fights or just like skirmishes in general. Very unique hero.
When have you played it, Brian? Have you tried it out since you are kind of a carry player?
I tried it a couple times, but not this patch. The timings, ever since they moved the spirit damage to 20, were really wonky for me. And my excuse for not trying this hero more is I pretty much acknowledged I would have to play it 100 times or 0. You know, it's not a hero you can just pick 5 to 10 times and be like, yeah. I feel like I'm okay.
And if you invest 100 times, but then Ice Frog nerfs it, so it's no longer viable as a core anymore, then you kind of just wasted that time. Well, Supreme, he's having an okay time in CS in the mid lane, but he is getting beat to hell by Koifa's Vengeful Spirit here.
Goddamn right.
Damn, looks like Sara Undying just get a little bit too far ahead of himself in that lane, which is something that I think is very easy to do with the Undying versus Tusk matchup. Now we're going to watch Supreme maybe get away. High ground hit. Evasion? No, the blast comes through.
I also wonder if Koifa is going for this max stun because he has a Keeper of the Light on his team. In the mid game, that damage output from pretty much a double stun is going to be pretty nuts. The 360 damage when maxed out on the Magic Missile. You saw there that usually Venge can't afford to spam this ability, and she doesn't like to go for bottle. So that gank was made successful by Insania giving him mana.
Insania just trying to threaten the pull here, so Era is forced to mess around with that rather than going for our carry. And Nick is going to try. Here are the bounty runes. Era does have a stun though, so should be able to get it. No big deal. He's going to be chased down though. They're going to do a lot of damage to him. Charlie also going to be forced to back up as his Undying goes down. Era does indeed fall up at that top lane. No real chance for him to. He gives up his life basically to get that bounty rune.
Yeah, Tusk is one of the few strength heroes that represents enough damage to bring down Undying in the laning phase. That's why I was a bit surprised they chose it. Most of the time when you see Undying against 2 strength heroes, you're like, you know, licking your chops. But that tag team, usually Undying's meant to take all of the damage away from these strength heroes. But all they did was shard him in and hit him, and he just died.
Yeah, tag team. Incredible ability, especially with somebody like Beastmaster. It's got his boar and his aura to make sure everybody's attacking faster. Just full-on synergy there. But, I mean, Charlie is still getting farm. And I think that's ultimately, you're kind of okay with that, right? I mean, it's a tough lane. It's a Beastmaster lane.
Yeah, the problem is it's all about who hits the Necrobook or the Helmdom first. Because I think if Beastmaster gets the Necrobook first, then he's going to get absolutely booted out of this lane. And they don't really have somebody that can tank the roar and kind of occupy the lane to defend the tower. Timing here, the lining up of whether or not he's going to hit that Helmdom first is concerning to me, despite the fact he is having good CS.
Straight up Vanguard for Mickey.
Wow, that's fast.
That is very fast. I thought maybe he would try and go Soul Ring just to like keep up the sustain of mana in this lane. But I guess, never mind. I forgot he's got a coddle. Ignore what I just said.
Man, he's got to keep her alive. That's all you could ever dream of needing.
What? You're saying you don't need a coddle and a Crystal Maiden?
No, that helped even more earlier. That's the break your W key combo. This is more of the might have to put some vacation on that key or something. You know what I'm saying?
Era does know what you're saying, and he also knows what Insania is up to here, but he can't fully stop it. Only stops one of the stacks there, so ultimately there is going to be a lot of farm here.
He is literally never in lane except to quickly walk over and give some shocker magic to Mickey. Most supports to be impactful have to consistently be in lane, which means they're taking experience. Stun was just a tad too late there as Koifa gets the arcane rune. Could be a bit in trouble, but Era's at least going to pay with his life.
Yeah, Supreme turning his attention onto Boxy instead of going for Koifa here. Maybe just because he knows Koifa is pretty tanky to physical damage thanks to all that extra armor, and Supreme is getting kited around. Oh, that magic missile just did so much damage, and now Zippe, he's going to die too. This boar, it's relentless, and it's not letting him go anywhere. Koifa with the triple kill.
Are you not entertained?
Oh, they're going to get a quad?
Venge is weak early. She is not weak later, and he is now at a triple kill, maybe an ultra kill? No.
Yeah, Charlie does manage to get away because the Nyx is already back up.
Yeah, that arcane rune value was insane.
Koifa, you could see where he's putting his priorities in. Could have gotten a point booster, could have gotten the Blade of Alacrity. Instead, he chose the Ogre Club. He really just focused on having that higher HP to make use of the high armor you naturally have, so he's just plain up survivable and will be able to get off multiple magic missile team fights.
Yeah, the Venge is one of the few heroes that he actually took time to talk to me about, which was like, it's really cool to hear his perspective on like the timings of the hero. He's pretty much like, yeah, you get nags and then you just run around, and if you die, you run around some more because your illusion moves 30% faster.
Nice, picking him up halfway through the impale means Insania took no damage from that spell, and nice and easy. Big rotation that catches 2 heroes and is going to force Supreme back 3-11 with a 4,000 net worth lead already for Liquid.
Yeah, they're making such good use of the Keeper of the Light. If you look at their draft, it's just genius. So as we see another Roar mid. Undying, I guess he's willing to tank it. Summons alone should probably just finish him off, yeah.
Snowball, picking him up, putting him right into an impale underneath the tier 1 tower with the OD ultimate there, as well as the boundless hit here from Supreme. Now Supreme's going to be focused down pretty quickly. He's healed up by Charlie. Maybe he can still turn this around. They do have the Vendetta hit onto the Bristleback, but ultimately does do enough to be able to bring down the Monkey King. There goes a lot of your damage, and there goes High Coast backing it up. Have a hero that's pressured too easily, right?
Yeah, I think when you say independent, I like to think of self-sustaining in this stage of the game.
And I'm going to try and do it off of memory here. The Bristleback has the Soul Shroud? Is that what it's called?
Infernal Shroud, my friend.
Internal Shroud. I knew it was Shroud something.
Yeah, it's just too good of an item on Bristle. That item was made for Bristle. Spell, lifesteal, magic resistance, and
give yourself mana
back
well.
whenever you take mana. Yeah, whenever you take damage, that item's just too perfect for him.
Yeah.
That your survival. Let's go kill some people.
Era trying to do everything he can to stop Liquid from rolling onto the High Coast side of the map. Oh, better not summon a Hawk. Supreme, he's pumping his ultimate. He's going to let it out now. Goes straight for Boxy. See if they can chain stun him before the Primal Roar goes out, but they cannot. He gets a Force Staff out of the Wukong's command. Still gets off his Primal Roar. Does a nice job of retreating here. Koifa's going to be caught inside of this mess, though. He's going to turn and fight, though, because he still has his Aghanim Scepter to be able to rely on. He gets popped, gets brought down. They are going to be able to get a little bit more as the Dying Tombstone is just in a perfect spot there. Mickey is playing underneath it like he just doesn't give a damn, though. And it looks like he probably doesn't give a damn. As the last hit is still not there. Somebody, please, for the love of God, hit this Tombstone. They finally do, while Mickey is going to be stalled up by the Meteor Hammer with the imprisonment, while the Koifa Illusion is going to go for Supreme. Already brought him back to the doom of Taiga, who blocks him in with the shard as well. He's going to get an imprisonment save. His OD is doing a lot of damage. Boxy getting popped in the end there, but it looks like they're going to lose their Monkey King. If they lose their Monkey King, again, there goes a lot of their damage. They're just on full retreat now, as Chessie will do what he can to stall them from running back, but ultimately
he does respawn on the illusion.
He does, but he's going to be back to full health and full mana, so Koifa is covered by Mickey in that regard. Uh-oh, they're going to relocate in. Maybe they will take advantage of this. Insania is here, though. They do have a few more seconds. He can maybe recall some people in. Meteor Hammer lands on Koifa's head. They're going to try and pop him real quickly. He managed to get the magic missile stun. He's down. Taiga is now up, maybe recalled by Insania.
He really down?
Chessie trying to get away, but he's going to be swapped back again. This illusion. They keep on killing the Vengeful Spirit at the start of these fights, but the illusion perseveres and has a huge impact in making sure that High Coast do not get away.
Other than killing the Tombstone, because illusions do less damage to the tomb, that illusion is literally better than the actual hero. It moves at 30% bonus move speed, and otherwise it's the exact same. Hits for 100% damage, has all the spells. So Koifa, you see starting that fight by just walking up the hill, basically like a Wraith King saying, please kill me.
Yeah. Especially with the way he's building it, right? If he had built some sort of like bonus damage that was outside of his agility, then he wouldn't be getting that damage, but he's just all stats. He's just rolling up with treads and an Aghanim Scepter. Now he's going to be building an S and Y.
It's the problem is usually when the opponent team is pushing a tier 2 with 4 or 5 heroes like this, you're also pressuring other lanes. But because Mickey was able to play top for so long, Io's just now getting to the tier 2, and he's already forced to TP back, not even attempting to go for a trade. They're not missing out on any efficiency on the side of Liquid going for this push.
Swap immediately breaking the tether. Supreme's going to get bursted down just like that. He's gone with no buyback. Tombstone is out on the side here. Mickey's going to deal with that Force Staff, gets him out of the Meteor Hammer stun just in case. Zibe very likely to die as the blast comes through from Insania to finish off the kill. They're going to buy back. Try and take this 4 versus 5, but I'm not convinced they can deal with Mickey. And Koifa has not been shy about dying just to force a fight. That is the power of the Aghanim Scepter.
When it's in a good game. And Liquid really showing that with the last couple picks in this draft. The Venge Beastmaster, all about that 5-man.
They have an AC now on Mickey. Insania is going to die at the start of this fight, but once again, Supreme goes in. Maybe he can actually get off the Wukong's command. He's going to be okay. The rest of the Liquid did not come up into this triangle. Instead, they push forward to catch the OD, and they kill him, but it might cost some of their heroes their lives. Koifa is going to be dancing away here. Now the Wukong's command is gone. They have to relocate. They pulled some heroes out. They're going to return back, though, to a team fight that's going to be very tough to take. The Tombstone's still around here, but again, the power of Mickey and Koifa just not really caring if anybody goes on them, because Koifa's got an extra life and Mickey's impossible to kill, just means that it's always High Coast that have to back away from these teams.
He's also got the 20 quill stack talent on Mickey. His damage output's insane.
Swap again. Supreme underestimating the range that this level 3 swap gives you. We could see Koifa is like, whatever, I've died to a tier 3. I've got my illusion still here. Mission accomplished. We kill the core. We're going to take 2 lanes of barracks now. As Swap goes again, Chessie is able to get the imprisonment on himself before the stun lands, but he's going to come back, and I'm not sure if he can do anything. Oh, the impale, Meteor Hammer, that's going to be able to finish off Taiga rather, but Mickey is a big, big problem. Fortunately, the imprisonment will allow them to reset the fight, but it won't stop Mickey from going for the objectives unless it does. Unless Liquid's like, chill, that's okay. Back it up. No need to rush things.
Off the freaking charts.
So much movement speed slow. The swap's going to go out, pulling him even deeper onto the side of Liquid, who pretty much own any area outside of High Coast's actual base.
Spell lamp.
HP regen that comes out as well. All very nice stuff. The imprisonment set up into the Wukong's command. Missed the impale though. Swap back also kills the Wukong command and ultimately kills the Monkey King. He doesn't like that one bit. Now he's going to be Primal Roared on the OD. Okay, buyback on the Monkey King, but no buyback available on the OD. And that's been their way of dealing with Mickey so often part of the time as they try to go for the hit from Era and Pale. Oh, jeez, he just got bursted so quickly. The Shards blocks out Zibe, who drops a Tombstone, but it's going to be all in vain as this team is very likely going to be wiped here. Mickey gets a little bit low. And Liquid once again going, okay, we don't necessarily have to force this. They'll lose Taiga on the way out, but they still have Koifa's illusion up. So basically, it's still 4-man up from Liquid. So all we need to do is find a way to relocate Mickey into the enemy fountain.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm down with that. Maybe we're going to be able to kill the Venge right away. Koifa, he's going to die. His illusion, put it on the imprisonment. Zibe, though, oh dear. Mickey's right on top of them. He gets the Abyssal Blade onto the OD, finishes off Zibe as well. Look over, and Supreme's dead just like that because of Boxy and all of his Necronomicons. The synergy of this Liquid lineup, man, it just looks so cool.
I think when you look at the Radiant lineup, you see a lot of individual pieces that counter the individual pieces of the Liquid lineup, but I think the overall picture is just so much more well-rounded on the side of Liquid, and you're seeing it play out in these 5v5s. It's like Nyx, OD, 1-to-1, very nice against Bristol, right? But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you guys die in like 2 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.